we get home field advantage for a round or two. Hey, weird things can happen on a football field. So they have a roster that can make a splash. They can do some things, but I think he was playing it conservative while still building for the future, just not wanting to mortgage anything or give up anything to affect what he can do this offseason.
And Shane D said it in the chat here in the Woodward Sports chat. Holmes' plan was for next year. I believe we exceeded expectations early. Next year will be the build and full engage. So I do agree with that to a point to where I think it's pretty obvious that the Lions are ahead of progress. Like year 3, I don't think anyone expected the Lions to go out, fully win a division, win 9 games already, and be 9-3, and kind of doing what they're doing and competing for a 1 and 2 seed. Don't think that was in anyone's kind of bingo card for the Detroit Lions heading in, or at least last year, heading into the year. Felt like a lot of people did. But when you are in this position, and me and you, brother, we say it all the time. It's like, hey, if you're a top 4 team in your conference, you're going to have a chance to go make a push.
Yeah.
And then obviously, to me, what gets me a little nervous is some of these contending teams, they're pulling away a little bit. And you can clearly see
you can feel it with the 49ers.
The 49ers. And then when they just keep adding pieces, that you could feel it then. Like you could feel it on the field and watching them play on Sundays, but then when they add pieces and they go out there and make moves and trades, you're like, okay, you can feel it pulling apart a little bit more. I'm not saying that there's no chance for the Booner Pat's still alive. Not saying there's not a chance for the Lions to go out there and compete still, but it's like, hey, you're going to make it harder on yourself. Next year, though, that's maybe the year where we have to turn it up a level. You go in free agency in the offseason, bring in some dudes. You draft more pieces.
Yeah.
Then the trade deadline next year, if you're sitting there at 9 or whatever it was, 8-2, what were we, 7-2? Then you go get your Chase Young. You go get those, and I do see that. Like it does make a little bit like easy, and then Booner, you're slappy from this year, saying you could still go win a Super Bowl. I am realistic at the end of the day, but there's still, like, if you're a top 4 team in your conference, you still have a chance.